Hello, my name is Beth Dixon, and this is lesson 1, homework question number 19. Ralph makes $35,632 per year and wants to give 12.3% to his local church. How much money should he give? Round your answer to the nearest whole number as needed. And remember to always pay attention to that last statement. In this case, that mean that our answer is a whole number or that we may need to round our answer. So as we look at this, again, we'll set up the idea and then we'll show the two ways that we can solve this. The idea here is that he has a salary. And that would be his total. And that would be the $35,632. So that's the total. And then out of that salary, there'll be a percentage of it, which in this case is the 12.3%. And that 12.3% is going to be his gift to the church. And so we need to figure out what that gift is, and it is part of it. So if we get an answer that's larger than the $35,632, we know that it's going to be wrong. If we get an answer that's very, very minuscule, we'll know that the answer is wrong. So we can use the size of the number to help judge whether we've made a mistake in our arithmetic. So let's do the proportion. Method. And with the proportion method, what you always want to remember is that you're setting up with two fractions, and that's your setup and your beginning part. Then you look, first thing I always look for is the percent. And again, we're given 12.3%. And we can just write that, even though it's not correct to write 12.3 over 100 as a reduced fraction or as a decimal, it is okay to do that as we solve the problem. So that's 12.3 over 100. Then we want the part and the whole. In this case, our whole is the 35,632, and the part will be his gift to the church, which we'll call X. Then we're going to cross multiply, which would be 100 times X, and then the 12.3 times the 35,632. Let me grab my calculator because I cannot do that multiplication in my head. And when I type that in the calculator, I get 43,8273.6. And then I'm going to divide by 100. And that gives me 4382.736. And because he's going to be generous and round that up to the nearest whole number, I'm going to look at the 10th, which is the 7. And because it's greater than 5, or 5 or greater, being a 7, then we'll round the 2 up to a 3. And so his annual gift would be $4,383. And that's a little bit more than 10%. I know 10% would be to move the decimal over and would be $3,000. So that's a comparable amount and is about the right size. Now let's do it with the, if I can find a color pen to change colors here. We're going to do it with my what percent of the total equals the part. And I'm still squishing it over here on this other side, but we're good. So what percent? So that's my percent. And I'm going to go on and write that as the decimal. 1, 2, 3. I did that on purpose. Yeah. Of means times the total. Apparently I left off the L. not the first time. And the total is that 35,632, and that'll equal the part, which is his gift to the church. So that equals his gift. And then I'm going to multiply 0.123 times 35,632, and that will give me 4,382.736. And you see that it gives you the same answer. The rounding is the same process and gives me the same answer. Either way, depends on which way your teacher shows you to set it up. And this concludes question number 19.